All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Orlando Wizards and the Tennessee Titans. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Down, 90 Wolf. Here we go, D.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. This will go for 5 up to the 33. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You can't block me.
Henry out of the pistol. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Hollis. He's got Smith here. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Go. 10-2 stop. 2 right here. Go. Go.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
I'm going back to you.
The son of the heavyweight champ, it's Elijah Holyfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
60 Pittsburgh. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none. Ready?
Throwing on first down. Hollis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go now. Come on. Tell the ending. Check 56.
first down. Weldon. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Hines, looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
And it's third down.
On the ready. Check right 54. Right 54. On deck.
From the gun on third down. Weldon, complete. Smith has it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
First down.
Set. Hut. Pittsburgh. 54. They can't hang with us.
On first and 10, Weldon. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
The offense retains possession.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to throw. Weldon. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. They run with Hines. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. From the gun, Weldon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Looking to throw. Hollis. Now Brown. Oh, he lost the football.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
50, plant. Back two, the Mike back two.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On third down, Henry. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Weldon. It's caught. Smith. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Throwing on first down. Weldon. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
On first down, Weldon. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. Weldon looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Weldon, and it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. On 4th down, Weldon. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ready. 30 base. 58, right there. Got 6-6. Pull it high. Shoot.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
First down, Wizards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Weldon. This will be caught inside the 10. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Weldon toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Squeeze, double down.
To throw again. Weldon. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Right there, 54 Mike. Pick it up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Weldon. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry. Go!
2nd and 15. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, Delta.
52's the mark, boys. 52.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Mike 52.
Look at me. Zipper.
Mike 52.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Hollis. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get it.
He pitches it out. He hops over him.
That's why you stretch.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator is looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Weldon. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Weldon. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And look at this. It's a fake. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. What a play. It's a first down as they get 19 yards on the fake punt. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Weldon. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offense. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. Two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Weldon, catch made here by Campbell. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. Off-play action. Weldon. Campbell making the catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. From the gun, Weldon to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Second and 4. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Come on,
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now this one complete to Corey Davis, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have, as they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Hollis. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 22.
On the ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed...
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 46, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, Echo!
Operating from the gun, Hollis uncorks one for Davis. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
So I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy. As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On fourth down, Hollis. They will find Davis. That's complete. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. His first career touchdown pass, and, you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Stay with your man.
From the gun, Weldon. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Weldon. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Hollis uncorked and got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
Looking to throw. Weldon. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Back to throw. Weldon. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. 2nd and 9 now. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Off the play fake. Weldon. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Looking to throw. Hollis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Wizards 31, Titans 21.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Hey, exit. Ready.
Throwing after the interception. Hollis. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Space to maneuver at the 40. Completes it to Davis. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. They call his number again. It's his sixth catch and a first down. Back to throw. Hollis. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So we're back to a one-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the one timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on. And maybe they...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was trying to go back to Corey Davis there. That'll bring up second down. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
I'm here all day. Hey, Alpha.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down.
Incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for our visitors, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire